It's not the people in this town that you have to watch out for. It's the buildings. Monster hunter and part-time centaur Todd Crane.
Part-time centaur.
Todd Crane.
Every once in a while.
Oh, me. All right, you got it. I got you. You look amazing.
Thanks, man.
Welcome to the iKnowBadeaux podcast.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to the iKnowBadeaux podcast. Coming at you from the Slice on Oak Studios. I am Mayor Dave Badeaux of the city of Brainerd, and with me, as always, is my brother.
Like shaking hands with a turkey.
Mm-hmm. So you guys don't know this, but every time that Scott is introduced, we just play a random clip of him saying something stupid. So typically it's about how he either pooped his pants or...
I don't think I've ever said that one.
Yeah, you have that one. You didn't actually poop your pants. You were reading a news story where you said...
I pooped my pants. Yes.
So there's that one.
Yeah, that was the marathon runner.
Yeah.
In triumph. I pooped my pants.
His cat farted on him. His cat farted on him again. Mm-hmm. Shaking hands with a turkey is probably which one I use this time. Anyways, with me this week, no Councilman Gabe Johnson. He's actually busy doing union negotiations with our BPU, which is our Brainerd Public Utilities. Gabe Johnson of the podcast, Idiot Extraordinaire, is in charge of getting our unions to accept a contract.
Well, see you later.
Instead with me, and I'm going to start over here, second time with us, the wonderful Meta Mandich.
Hey, what's up?
How are you?
I'm fabulous. How are you?
Excellent. 30 seconds to explain yourself. Go.
MILF, because that's what I said last time.
I forgot that.
Did you? That's really all I have to say. Just kidding. Lunch lady, mom, manager at Dunmire's on the Lakes. Mm-hmm. So that's pretty much what I do.
Okay. Well, you said Dunmire's on the Lakes, and this is a gentleman. Enough about you.
Thanks.
This is a gentleman that we have meant to have on this podcast for a long time. Never did. Just because he's a busy individual, evidently not punctual.
No.
If you listen to the Brainerd Dispatch, local newspaper writes an article about this man. First thing it says is Chris may not be punctual. Literal first words in the entire article. Chris may not be punctual, but he is, and I believe it said it wasn't unique. What was it?
I don't remember.
Oh, you got
We just read it.
Eccentric.
We just read it. I think it pretty much said he may not be punctual, but he's also an asshole. Pretty much. Welcome to the podcast, Mr. Chris Dunmire.
Hi, guys. Chris Dunmire, owner of Dunmire's Incorporated, Dunmire's Bar and Grill, and Dunmire's on the Lakes. Dad, I'm a DILF, I guess, as you would call it, for throwing us in categories here. Otherwise, just people lover, you know?
Yeah. All right. Well, we appreciate having you on. Chris has been great. I work with Chris during the 4th of July each year here in the city. Huge sponsor of the biggest event that we throw here in our city of Brainerd. Love this guy to death. Meta's okay. So
Dave loves me.
the last time Meta was on, we played a game. And it was maybe my favorite game we've ever played.
It was the best game.
It might be the most I've cried laughing.
Same. Ever in my entire life, though, I'm thinking.
Well, there's only one way to follow that up is by doing the game again and having it suck. Everyone knows what time it is.
Game time. Who?
All right. I think that's the first ever Quattro Game Time Who with new guests. All right. So this game is being called What's in a Name? Because last time I called it That Ain't No Baby, and then we fought. I just listened to the episode 185. Go back and check it out. We argued for probably 5 minutes about how this was not the game That Ain't No Baby. So I've given it a new name. It is called What's in a Name? And I want to also call it The Wrong Brophy. Because if you guys remember the last time that Meta was on, we did this game where I read the back of books by the author Nancy Brophy. Nancy Brophy is a terrible, terrible writer who also, by the way,
she's a lovely person.
Well, she wrote a book, or she wrote a not a book, but a short story called How to Kill Your Husband, and then
Killed her husband.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah.
Real winner.
I think she's a really
And
nice
thought she
lady
got
at
away
all.
with it.
I bet she didn't do it that way, though.
Well, who knows? She got caught. She's in jail for killing her husband. However, we read the back of her books, and then the game is you have to tell me what the name of the book is. And it's multiple choice. But since we went through most of the Brophy books, which are all the wrong series, the wrong brother, the wrong cop, the wrong seal.
And they were all Navy SEALs.
And they were all Navy SEALs. Every gentleman involved is a Navy SEAL. So what I did instead was I just went on Amazon and I found the most ridiculous books that I could find, which I'm going to tell you right now, Amazon, great source for shitty books. Because it is unbelievable. And specifically when you get into the romance category. And I didn't know this, but evidently military romance is the whole thing. My Amazon search is going to get real lot weird and out of whack. I hope that it doesn't bleed over to Prime, so that when my kids are trying to watch, Bubble Guppies or whatever they're trying to watch, the Brothers in Love isn't coming up.
Oh no.
However, I selected 3 different artists, and we're going to go through a couple books each from them. Eventually, we will get down to a point where I will send one person on to the finals. We'll go head to head to see who goes with them against to the finals, and then all bets are off at that point. There is something very important when we play games, and I will say this to both of you, okay? When we play a game here on the podcast, and you win the game, I will look at you and I will say something to your fans. When I say something to your fans, you must say hello and congratulations. If you say anything other than hello and congratulations, you lose and I am the winner. There, you say that one more time. I say something to your fans. You say hello,
congratulations.
and congratulations. All right, so here we go. You've been warned because it's coming.
It's hello and congratulations.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Not
And-
hello, comma, congratulations.
Okay, hello.
Hello and
And you called
congratulations.
authors artists. I liked that.
Well, you got to call these people something. So, all right, our first author is Bex Dane.
Bex
Bex
Dane.
Dane. I'm assuming that's not her real name. I tried to look up what it was. I'm assuming it's a her as well, but couldn't figure it out. All right, are we ready?
Yes.
Question number 1. A female Russian spy holds the key to finding Vander's brother. Can he trust her? Former Navy SEAL Vander Knight
Get out.
usually relies on fear and intimidation to extract intel from an enemy, but his standard tactics won't work on a red-headed Spitfire he's tasked with questioning. He'll have to resort to building rapport and with his sexy prisoner to coax her into revealing her secrets. Breaking Misha without falling for her may be the toughest battle he'll ever face, but with his brother's life on the line, failure is not an option.
Are we sure this is not Nancy Brophy?
I'm pretty sure it's Nancy Brophy.
This is like her
You
pen
found
name.
one.
This one was recommended right after Nancy
Oh
Brophy,
my
so
gosh.
they know Amazon very good at connecting the dots. The question is, what is the title of this book? And we will start with Chris, and then we'll go Meta, then we'll go Scott. Is it A, Brotherly Knights, B, Russian Juliet, C, Blue Honor, a Navy SEAL romance?
Oh my God.
Chris, A, B, C.
Oh man. I'm gonna go with C.
He's going with C. Over to Meta.
I'm going to go with B just because it's ridiculous.
That sounded sexy anyway.
And over to Scott.
I agree with Chris. I think it's C.
The correct answer is C, Blue Honor,
Yeah.
a Navy SEAL romance. So 1 point to Chris, 1 point to Scott. Meta, you have 0.
I picked the one that was more fun.
You did pick the one. Russian Juliet is a lot of fun.
Sounds like a book I'd read.
I get very excited when I come up with things that are funny. That one's not as good as some
Right.
of the other ones will be. However, I get a smirk when things like that happen. All right, so question number 2. We're sticking with Bex Dane
Ooh.
from the back of the
Am I
book.
getting a secret Bex Dane book in the mail?
From the back of the book.
He's probably already got it.
Probably. Falcon. Okay, so let me explain this real quick first and foremost. Falcon. In the romance novel genre, they like to, on the back of the book, start with a little something and then write one of the characters' names, which is typically the man, and then have something about them, and then write the woman's name and have something about them. So in this instance, Falcon is the name of the man. Ada's testing all my limits. Playing bodyguard to an opera diva is not my kind of mission. I'd rather be out systematically dismantling my father's drug cartel. But Ada's being targeted by a sophisticated enemy, and she needs me to keep her safe. Oh, I'll make her moan, no doubt. Rest assured, she'll give me her secrets first. She may bring me to my knees, but I never lose.
Sophisticated?
Sophisticated.
What did you say?
Sophisticated.
Sophisticated is what I meant to say.
It's like suspicious and sophisticated. Sophisticated.
I thought he made up a word.
This
He did.
is
He does.
This is the point in our tale in which I explain I am dyslexic and also can't speak. So I will say things like burglary.
The burglary ring.
Burglary ring.
Burglary ring. And it won't come out right. So burglary
Burglary ring.
ring. Burglary ring.
I thought it was a different word. I thought it was something like not sophisticated, but that it was supposed to be two words together.
Oh, no,
we
it
were
was
just clarifying.
It was just
had
me
me.
in the last episode trying to say burglary ring.
You did a great job.
Good job.
If I pause, I can do it because I can't say burglary ring. There. I'm
You
getting better.
actually
I'm
you
getting
did
better.
okay on that one
I'm
too.
getting better. Okay. Anyways, is the name of this book A, Falcon, B, My Kind of Mission, or C, Drug Daddy?
I hope it's drug daddy.
Meta, you are first.
I'll go with B.
He's going with B, or she's going with B, My Kind of Mission.
It also sounds ridiculous.
I mean, didn't he literally say it's not his kind of mission on the
He
back
did.
of the book?
He did.
Well, you're forgetting
Falcon.
that I only read Falcon's portion. I did not read Ada's version.
Ada.
Okay, so B.
He says B. Over to Chris.
You know, I'm just going to roll with Falcon.
The
Trust your
correct
Falcon.
The correct answer is A.
Oh my gosh. Chris Dunmire's winning?
Chris Dunmire is winning. So this is a book from the series of books Men of Siege. And I'm going to read you the back of the book series. Imagine an elite group of tall, dark, and rugged heroes all connected to a nightclub in Boston called Siege.
Ooh, gladly.
They live by the motto, die before surrender. But what happens when warriors of Siege face down the powers of love? And then it is just a series of books based off of these gentlemen's names. One was Rogan, Falcon. There were some other interesting ones, but I, of course, forgot to write them down. So
And this was
Why
the
wouldn't I
same
do that?
author still?
same author.
Interesting.
Same author. That lady's written a lot of stuff.
Okay.
That lady's written a lot of stuff. Chris, you've got 2. Scott, you've got 1. Meta, you've got 0. We are going to switch authors now because the next author, Casey Crown, has a ridiculous amount of books. Absurd amount of books. I would say getting close to Scientology level. What was his? Like 283 or something like that?
I don't remember.
Yeah, it's like 260 or over 200 in so many books that L. Ron Hubbard has written, the guy that did Scientology. This lady I think is on pace to get herself to that point.
She's coming for it.
That's right. Question number 3. Are we ready?
Yes.
Born ready.
My baby's father is a hero. Beautiful, broken mountain man. Childhood friend
This is Brokeback.
and my brother's best friend. Basically, the one I've wanted since adolescence. I can't even process the fact that I'm having his babies. 4 babies.
What?
With 4 exclamation points.
Yes.
Scott, you're going to go first on this one. Is the title of this book Quadruplets of the Mountain Man? B, The Mountain Man Cometh.
Excuse me? A baking powder?
C, Mountain Man Mania.
Oh, man.
Did not expect them all to have Mountain
Mountain
Man. in them. Quadruplets of the Mountain Man.
What was the second one?
The
Mountain Man cometh.
Well, did he come or what?
I like that one.
And then what was the last one?
Mountain Man Mania.
Mountain Man.
It sounds too much like WrestleMania. Oh, yeah.
It better not be the second one, but I'm going to go with A.
He's going with A.
I'm going to go. Wait, it's not my turn. It's
Over to
Chris's
Chris.
turn because I'm the loser.
You wait your turn over there, MILF. Let's go with, as much as I'd love to say B, I'm going to go with A.
He's going to go with A as well. Over to Meta.
I'm going to go with B.
She's going with the mountain man cometh. Well, with quadruplets, the mountain man cometh a lot. But the correct answer is quadruplets of the mountain man.
I thought for sure I was like, God dang.
Quadruplets of the mountain man. And just because I
Horrible
can.
name for a book.
Yeah.
I mean, none of them were great, but like at least yours were funny.
Pretty sure if I write a book, it's going to be called The Mountain Man Cometh.
Right.
Thanks for that.
Story of Chris Dunmire.
Not a big
Yeah, the
enough,
story of Kristen.
not a big enough laugh on the mountain man cometh. There's your cover of quadruplets
This?
of the mountain man.
Why is it taking pictures of
Horrible.
Why?
babies in front of me?
Why? So it's just abs.
You can't unsee
And a
that.
bunch of
Abs
babies.
and pecs with 4 babies.
It is
In front of it.
Four
Mountain man
babies,
babies.
leaning over top of the word quadruplets.
Quadruplets.
And I will also note that, and I don't know this for fact, but in looking at this and knowing how people that design things work, that's the same baby, just photoshopped 4 times.
For
Doesn't
sure.
matter.
4 times the baby. Yeah. So
Well,
Chris,
at least they look the same, right?
Yeah. They're quadruplets. Yeah, they're quadruplets.
it's a good
Of
thing.
course
that-
they all look like they're the same baby.
I don't.
I mean, that's not how quadruplets work, but
yeah. Yeah.
In this podcast, it does.
in this book it does by Casey, whatever her name is.
Yeah.
Also,
talking
all
about Bex?
babies look like babies.
I mean, yeah, all babies look like babies.
Some a little more alienatic than others, but
Yeah.
Crown.
Casey Crown.
Or I
with
guess
a
I don't know that
with
it's a
an E.
female. I'm assuming again.
I'm assuming it is. Okay, so yeah, the correct answer obviously was quadruplets of the mountain man.
Yeah, are there any men writing
I was-
stories like this?
For the romantic, I was just thinking that same thing.
There has to be. There has to be,
like a
right?
picture of a chick with 5 babies in front of her.
I thought you were going to say 5 tits.
Now we're on to
One
something.
side.
Now we're on to something.
That's what a man would write.
You say that, but so this lady has a ton of things. One of my favorite things about our authors like this is that every book is a part of a series.
Mm-hmm.
They don't just write one book. Even if they've just written one book, it is a part of this series every time.
Which is just because they only know how to write one story.
Yes.
And so they just pretend it's this overarching
A different,
thing.
right?
This lady is probably my favorite. So we do have another question from her as well. But this book here is a fully standalone romance from the best-selling Mountain Men of Liberty series.
God.
Mountain
You
Men
got-
of Liberty.
I've actually heard of that series.
Yeah.
The top,
What in
or
the
the
world?
book actually, the back of the book also says, "Hold up, did you say 4 heartbeats?"
Another quadruplet thing?
This is the same book.
Oh, I was like, okay, she needs a new storyline because
Yeah.
like this is not working.
Yeah, her series is
So
about
this-
mountain men with quadruplets.
This is a standalone book, not part of a series, which makes it different than most.
Oh no!
Oh.
This is a standalone, also part of a series.
Oh,
which
different
makes
series.
no fucking sense.
No, that doesn't make sense.
It means you can read it by itself,
And it's not, and it will make sense to you.
but also there's more books about mountain men if you want them.
Yeah, if you want them.
Yeah, evidently for this lady, and I don't know if it has what her name is. Nope, just says my babies. The ground rules for their arrangement: absolutely no emotions. 2, 0 attachment whatsoever. 3, if you have questions, repeat rules 1 and 2. It's safe to say I've totally screwed this up. That's the back of the book.
This is the whole back of the book.
the back of
this
the
is supposed to.
Yeah.
I think I fell in love. Where did you say this lady's from?
Yeah, my kind of chick.
Anyways, all right. So sticking with
That's the whole back of the book.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Anyways, sticking with Casey Crown, we're gonna do another book from her. She also has a thing called the Forbidden Reverse Harem series.
Oh, that sounds like a sex move.
It does.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
So it is an entire group of.
Haven't got to that part of that book.
Okay, let's pause for a second. What would the Forbidden Reverse Harem series be?
I could show you better than I can tell you.
I can show you, but I have to kill you.
You're gonna have a bad time.
That's why it's forbidden.
I like that he hasn't gotten to that part of the book yet. That was good. That was good.
Yeah, haven't learned that one yet.
Oh God.
So yeah, evidently she has it. This is an entire series of books, and a lot. I think there was like 8 of these books that is just one woman being in situations where she's getting railed by multiple men of a specific. Basically, pick a category. This book is about this woman being railed by these men.
Okay.
That's the reverse harem part of it. Okay.
I still think. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So it's a porno.
Well, all these
It's
are
a
pornos.
romance novel.
All these are pornos. So this is going to be to see who
The
goes.
quadruplet one doesn't seem like it was.
No, they all seem like they're pornos.
I have to agree with my friend here on the right.
The Mountain Man Cometh is definitely.
Well, that one was.
Definitely a porno. Okay, so this is after this question, we will have our semi-final round. So this one we'll see who continues on to the championship.
Well, we already know who's not continuing on.
But
All bets are off.
All bets are off. That's how this podcast works. Okay, so again, Casey Crown, reverse harem series. Which of the following is not a book in the forbidden reverse harem series?
Okay.
Is it A, Christmas with 4 tattoo artists?
Oh man.
That sounds fun.
Very specific. Christmas with 4 tattoo artists. Is it B, Quadruple Daddies?
It's always 4.
Well, it's a reverse harem.
Or is it C, Lumberjacked? A holiday romance.
Oh,
I know, these are all so good.
that was. I love that one. Lumberjack.
Which is not a part of the forbidden reverse harem series. I don't remember who's first. I don't remember.
I think it's Chris.
Is it Chris?
I'll
Chris,
go.
you get to go first.
Dang. Did you say quadruple babies? What did you say the second one?
Quadruple Daddies.
Quadruple daddy.
We already had quadruple babies.
I know. That's
That
why
was-
I'm like, God dang.
We went ahead and reversed that harem, and now it's Quadruple Daddies.
I'm gonna go with that one. That one's not in there.
Okay, Quadruple Daddies is not in there. Over to Meta.
I think it's the lumberjacked one.
Lumberjacked. Over to Scott.
Yeah, it's the only one that doesn't have 4 in it. What was the first one again?
Christmas with 4 tattoo artists.
Christmas with
That
4
might
tattoos.
be it.
That ain't
might-
it. That ain't it.
Damn it, I want to change my name.
I was gonna say that one probably is not the right one. The lumberjacked one makes more sense, especially for like a.
Okay, so you're doing Lumberjack.
Yep.
You're doing
We're all
tattoo
doing different
tattoo
ones.
artists. Okay, and Chris, you were with Quadruple Daddies.
Yeah.
A great spread.
Quadruple Daddies has to be a book.
Quadruple-
She wrote one about 4 babies. The obvious answer is to write one about 4 dads next.
Why wouldn't you?
Exactly.
Yeah. Quadruple Daddies is a reverse harem series.
Okay.
As is Christmas with 4 tattoo
Oh,
Tricked us.
I got my first point.
artists. Meta is
I was
on the
thinking
board.
lumberjack, but
The book Lumberjacked, a holiday romance,
lumberjack.
is also a part of a series.
It is
by
not.
a different author.
Same author.
Oh,
But
about
not this series.
about lumberjacks.
okay.
Lumberjacked,
I like that.
a holiday romance.
I think that's great. I want to read
Holiday
that book.
romance.
Why wouldn't it be the best one for sure?
Well, the
though,
lumberjacks
Christmas
aren't
tree.
hanging out in the summer.
for sure. The best one for sure though is Christmas with 4 tattoo artists. Just
I would love to read that one, I think.
you, in order to write that book, you sit down on your computer and just Mad Libs and just do random words. All right, well, we're doing, which holiday are we doing today?
Christmas.
Because she also has one called Her Independence Day,
Oh no. Oh no.
which I'm assuming is her getting railed by who
Uncle
knows?
Sam.
Uncle Sam himself.
Probably
Four
on the
Uncle
Oh,
Sam.
actually, that's,
Four
there you
Uncle
go.
Sams on the 4th.
Yeah. There was one called something Triad, so she does 3 as well.
Ooh.
But Quadruple Daddies is pretty good because it is the names of the triple dad or the quadruple daddies.
But then why is there only one man on the front cover of that
Oh
one?
no, this one has Quadruple Daddies has
No, but I'm saying of the quadruplets, it was just one dude.
Oh no, because that
4
was
babes.
she's just one dude getting her pregnant with 4 babies.
Yeah.
I understand.
Next one is me, Tom, and Harry.
These books are typically about someone getting pregnant and then not knowing who the dad is.
I get it.
Because evidently, like
they're all getting railed.
secret babies is another category of romance. But anyways, quadruple daddies. The names of the gentlemen are Ollie, Sparks, Duke, and Hook.
No.
They are strapping ex-military firemen.
Oh, firemen.
Navy
Oh,
SEAls.
thank goodness they weren't Navy SEAls because,
Well, they're ex-military.
but not Navy SEAls.
Yeah. Christmas with 4 tattoo artists. I'm going to read you the back of that book. Are you okay with that?
Yes, please.
Four scorching tattoo artists.
Scorching.
One truly unforgettable Christmas. Working at a tattoo studio is everything and more. Graffiti walls, pulsating music, and 4 insanely hot bosses.
Oh, yeah.
Everything.
Oh my God.
They're all bosses?
They're all bosses. All of the tattoo, because I know this about tattoo artists as well. Usually really good businessmen, all very much the boss. If you get 4 artists together, they're all the boss.
Yeah.
Can't have 4 artists in a room without them all being the boss, and physically impossible.
Well, if you're not the boss of your art, then you're not an artist.
Well, everything about them brings me to life. Pierced tongues, playful smirks, and a larger-than-life personalities. My virgin skin becomes canvas
shut
that ignites their fire. And the orders they give me leaves me weak in the knees. But as I...
The orders they give you? Like, stay still.
Can you go get me some more paper towels?
Make a copy.
Yeah.
Would you answer the fucking phone already?
Oh, yeah.
Would you-
Like, seriously.
But as I'm drawn deeper into their world of ink, sin, and danger, a fierce biker gang threatens to take everything away. A Christmas miracle shows up in the form of a tiny beating heart.
Oh, my God.
And one thing becomes crystal clear. These 4 daddies are fiercely protective of their family.
Oh my God.
We don't know whose baby it is.
Yeah.
We're all just going to be the dad.
Yeah, we're all the
that makes
boss.
sense.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
For sure, one of those dudes is like, it ain't
Yeah.
mine. It ain't
Yeah.
mine. Bikers, have at it.
Yeah,
Take
bikers,
her away. let these 3 dudes fight over it.
Maybe it was just all one time, you know?
Well, it sounds like it.
I saw your new tattoo.
Yeah.
It's cute.
All right. So, Chris, you are in the finals. You will have an opportunity to win. These 2 individuals right here have to face off to see who goes against you in the final round. This is the semifinals. We are switching now. Okay? We are going from the world of wild, wild romance to the Wild West.
Oh.
Kyle Robert Schultz
Why?
is our next author.
Okay.
Are we ready?
I'm excited it's a male author.
Todd Crane is on the run from the law. Good thing he's got 4 legs.
What? It's a dog.
But even the magic ring that lets Todd turn into a centaur isn't enough to help him escape from Marshal Amy Crockett, who's got a bone to pick with him. Something about selling not entirely legal magic potions. No big deal, right?
What the fuck?
No big deal.
I thought this was Western,
Hang on. It gets worse.
not like sci-fi.
There's a downright terrifying monster roaming across the West, even worse than the usual monsters one finds out there. A creature that could leave the United States of Neverka in ruins.
Of what? Neverka?
Neverka. In ruins.
I haven't read a book in like 20 years. I need this book. I need to read this
I'm
book.
getting it for you for Christmas.
Okay,
I'll throw it on my
please
Amazon.
do.
You think I'm
Never
joking? I'm dropping it off this Sunday.
All right.
Okay.
The Headless Horseman is back.
I knew it. I knew the Todd Crane is like Ichabod Crane.
Well, I was thinking Crane made sense.
Todd and Amy are the only ones who might be able to save the day. Fortunately, they've got help in the form of a guitar-playing dragon shifter and a book-loving Gorgon. Yes, this is the Western you've been looking for.
Look at how excited your brother is right now. Look,
I'm
face.
I'm
Look at his
flabbergasted. A dragon
so
what?
excited. I
Dragon
couldn't stop
shifter?
looking at him.
He's a dragon shifter. He's
Dragon
a
shifter.
guitar-playing dragon shifter.
Dragon shifter. Man, the imagination on this guy.
Actually, it's not. I mean, there's a lot going on.
There's a lot going
Kinda
on.
Would you
wanna
like
hang
me to
out.
go back and read any of that, or do you think you got it?
Okay, a guy's on the run. He can turn into a centaur, but he's running because he makes magic potions.
Not entirely legal magic potions.
Yes,
Okay,
illegal.
they're illegal
As,
magic potions.
as opposed to illegal, they're not entirely legal.
Not entirely legal.
Kind of like pesticides, you know?
No big deal, right?
Right.
I just love how it talks to you like, no big deal, right? Hang on.
Hold on.
There's more.
It gets worse.
Now, I would like to know in what way this is a Western.
I thought, well, when he started talking, I was like, I thought
clearly
this
says
was a
out
West.
west.
It said in the West.
Just because you were in the West. Everywhere's west of somewhere.
Well, you know, it's a little bit west of here. It's a
There's a downright terrifying monster roaming the West. I will say this. This takes place in the Wild West.
Yes.
Okay.
So it is a Western, and I'll show you the cover when we're done.
Oh,
I
yippee.
can't wait.
And it takes place in the United States of Neverka.
Yeah, never cut.
Never cut.
Heard of that.
Neverka.
Heard of that.
Are we ready?
No.
Yes.
Yeah, like, yes, this is the Western you've been looking for, it says. All right. Is this A, Horseman, A Tale of the Neverka Frontier? B, Wilder West, The Search for Dignity? Or C, Centurion, Potion Pony?
Oh my God.
I love the third one because that.
Oh my
It's
God.
awesome.
I'll go with the third one.
I know.
No.
I believe, Scott, you had the lead, so I will let Meta go first.
I'm going with the third one, even though I don't think that's actually what it is, just because it has the best name.
Centurion,
Centurion, Potion Pony.
Potion Pony.
So, Scott, you must select either A or B. Horseman.
And A was was Horseman.
A Tale of Neverkin Frontier.
I mean, based on the crane,
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Horseman.
That one would make the most sense.
The correct answer is A. Horseman. A Tale of the Neverkin Frontier.
I just like all the ones you make
Potion
up.
Pony.
You should probably just have a job making up names for books
Right?
and you'd be set.
Dave's super talented. Like, I just enjoy your humor so much.
I really wanted to name this game Jams, Jellies, and Justice.
Oh.
Because that was the best one that I came up with last time. Jams,
was.
Jellies, and Justice. However, I will say Centurion, which a Centurion is not a centaur.
No, that's like a Roman warrior, isn't
Right.
it?
But I liked the idea that this author would not know that that's
That's funny.
so Centurion Potion Pony made me laugh really hard.
That is awesome.
I appreciate you selecting that.
Thanks.
Wilder West, The Search for Dignity is just
Yeah, the search for dignity.
That, I was going to say that
That was
we
a
knew
dead
that wasn't
giveaway.
it. Yeah.
That was a dead giveaway.
Like, that didn't
You
sound
had
at
me.
all like the books we were.
To be fair, we had to have one that's just a throwaway because it has to be this or that. All right, so the final question. Chris, you're going to get to go first. Scott, you will go second. This is the same author, Kyle Robert Schultz. This is the second book in
the Centurion.
I'm getting you the whole series.
Centurion and
in
his
the
dignity.
Crockett and Crane series.
Crockett and Crane.
And you are absolutely correct that he is the descendant of
Yeah.
Ichabod Crane.
It probably isn't a bad book. There's just a lot going on.
I bet it is.
I think it's great.
I bet it's
Nancy
pretty
Bruffy's
shitty.
was awesome.
So this guy writes, his whole thing is that he writes books as though the fairy tales happened and are just, that's history,
Sure.
right? So he's got like Beauty and the Beast, the after story and shit like that. What it appeared to me was that basically he just went down the list of Disney movies and just selected like The Little Mermaid and stuff like that and just wrote tales above it. But
After the Little Mermaid.
this one is amazing. Actually, I got to show you the cover of this one as well because actually I had sent this. This led to some of the Brophyisms that we had going on. But Tim Severson and myself had been passing this book back and forth because it's everything you want
In a book.
in a cover of a book called Horseman.
No,
Oh my God.
that is
That's
not.
a true
what is
definition.
that?
Hey, true definition of horseman right there, man.
What's he grabbing? I just want to design cover art for these amazing.
It's so good. It's so good.
I just, the horse.
Oh, it's so good.
The horse looks like a dope.
Well, to be fair, he has since had a new cover made because when I searched this, a different cover came up, and I was like, "Oh, come on!" That was so good.
Yeah,
the good
give
one.
it like a solid color horse, man.
Yes.
Don't give it the spots like a cow.
It is just a cowboy with a horse body.
Yeah.
So
Which, by the way, I have recently decided that I don't like the term cowboy.
okay.
It's just stupid.
Well,
Because
not
cowboys are supposed to be cool and
Yeah.
whatever, but they call themselves cowboys.
Yes. And they're man. And they're supposed to be like manly.
Yeah,
like,
manly
yeah.
man. Oh no, I'm a cowboy.
Yeah.
No, I'm a cowboy.
Moo.
Oh man.
So effeminate. Yeah, moo.
We're finding all these things out about your brother today.
Well,
Hates the term cowboy. Really wants this book
I'm
because
getting
it
you a
sounds like the
cowboy hat
one
for
book
sure.
he wants.
I'll get you this book for sure. I might even get you the second book, which is where we're at now. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the final round. The question revolves around another Kyle Roberts Schultz book. And this is the second in the series, Crockett and Crane.
Is it Davy Crockett?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking every time he says
Davy
that.
Crockett?
Could be,
It has to
probably.
But
yeah.
weird.
But it's a girl, so
Shavy Crockett.
Shavy?
okay. Take it easy over there, Nancy. Fucking Brophy over there.
Oh, God.
It's not the people in this town that you have to watch out for. It's the buildings. Monster hunter and part-time centaur Todd Crane.
Part-time centaur.
Todd Crane
Every once in a while.
didn't ask to be sheriff of Deadwood. For one, he's never had an easy time staying on the right side of the law. For another, he's too busy trying to find a dangerous sorcerer who nearly destroyed the United States of Nevrica.
Oh.
But some men and centaurs have greatness thrust upon them.
Thrust.
Not only is Todd a reluctant defender of the peace in Deadwood, he's the only one who can thwart schemes of powerful, magical entity manipulating the town from the shadows. And when Todd's past comes back to haunt him, the stakes get a lot more personal for him and his friends.
How did they spell steaks?
Is that a true, false?
Oh, that would have been better if they would have spelt it. If they would have spelt it like meat.
meat sticks. Yeah.
I agree.
Steaks are getting a little more personal.
From the centaurs?
Yeah.
Heroes will fall. Secrets will be revealed. Everything is about to change.
Dun, dun, dun.
The question, and Chris, you will go first. True or false?
Oh.
I love it.
The title of this book is just Deadwood.
False.
Over to Scott. True or false?
I agree, it's false. But
does
I'll have
that-
to go
I was
with you.
gonna say, how does
It can't
that
be
work?
Deadwood.
The correct answer is true.
No way.
I am the winner. Huzzah!
After all that, it is. There's no colon. There's no nothing. It
It's
is
just
just
Deadwood.
called Deadwood.
You think it's just trying to like ride the coattails of the
The
TV show?
I was thinking the same thing, or like legally that he couldn't maybe do it.
I don't know, but this book is about a part-time centaur sheriff in an alternate universe in which fairy tales are real, and he is reluctantly the hero that we need because he has potions that make him a pony. But the fucking name of the book is
Deadwood.
Deadwood.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
And that's just the name of the town.
Just the name of the town.
All right, well.
Scott, go ahead and say something to your fans.
Hello and congratulations.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, a little anticlimactic. However, I couldn't help it. Fuck you.
Yeah.
What's this dude's
What was the name of the first book?
The first
It has,
one,
he has
first
3
one-
names.
The first one has 3 goddamn names. Horseman. What is it? Horseman, Tale of a Nevrican Frontier, Crockett and Crane, Book 1. That's the name of the first book.
Second
the
one?
Second book,
Deadwood.
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 Crockett and
about right.
Crane book 2.
But it doesn't even say that. It doesn't even say that. It just says that one.
He wants people to buy it, and then they'll be like, "Oh
Right.
man, I really,
I don't remember this from the show.
I don't remember. This is irrelevant.
Well, hold on. So he's a descendant of Ichabod Crane.
Yes.
Why is he Why is he a part-time centaur?
Potions.
Because of the potions.
Because
that
of the
he
potions.
makes.
The
the semi-illegal."
semi-illegal.
Yes.
He's just a sheriff too, so don't forget that.
You're right.
A reluctant sheriff.
A reluctant
Don't forget
sheriff.
I can't help but really enjoy people like Kyle Robert Schultz.
Yeah.
Because Kyle, you got a lot fucking going on in your life.
Kyle who?
Kyle Robert.
Kyle Robert.
Rabble.
Kyle Burglary Ring. Schultz.
Anyways.
Burglary Ring.
Scott, you are the winner. Chris, a valiant effort. You got screwed at the end because it's impossible to think that
I thought
is-
for sure you were winning.
I thought for sure. I mean,
impossible.
I thought
It's literally
dead winning.
impossible.
I thought you were joking.
It's okay. I just always win, no matter what.
Well, that's all I got to say to that.
Let's go around the table real quick. What was your favorite book today?
God!
if you had to
At this
pick one.
point, Quad Daddies.
Quad Daddies.
Yeah, that one got me.
Yeah, I'm all about the horsemen.
I know.
Something. Crockett and Crane.
In the
Horseman.
Neververse.
Colon.
Don't you mean Deadwood?
Yeah, don't you?
Yeah, my bad.
I mean Deadwood. And Amanda, what was your favorite book?
No, mine was the same as yours.
The
In the
Horseman?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like.
I like that one. What was the Cometh one again?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Mountain
the
Man
Mountain
Cometh.
Man cometh.
That's not a real thing.
Oh,
That's a Dave Badeaux special
Yeah.
there. The Mountain
Dave
Man
Badeaux
Cometh.
special.
The
The
Mountain Man.
Mayor
Dave
cometh.
Badeaux special. The Mayor cometh. I'm writing a book about you, sir.
Oh, man.
Funky butt loving.
All right. I think that's probably good there. But yeah, that's a ton of fun. We'll come back to this game again. It's been a year and a half since we've done it.
I know, it was so fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna need a rematch on that one.
However, we'll come back to it again. We may even throw in some Nancy Brophy stuff at some point. I was going to, but there wasn't enough Nancy Brophy to go around. We went hard on the Nancy Brophy the last time.
Yeah.
I will say though that there is.
These were good though.
Those are good books.
Yeah, I would say that you can probably Casey Crown. We could probably just do her the whole thing.
Yeah.
But she's selling books. Like some of these others
Aren't.
have like 4 reviews, which is what I was looking for more of was because if they've got 4 stars but only 4 people reviewed it, that tells me everything I need. That tells me everything I need to know. Like this is 4 people that were like, right, this is great, but only 4 people.
And they're her brother and her uncle.
Yeah, I loved the part where the centaur drank the potion. I drank the potion. I also liked the part where the dragon shifter played the guitar.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah,
amazing.
That sounds great. That just sounds great. It's going to be the first book I read since high school.
All I gotta know is if that's what you got to make to be a successful book writer, I feel I have what it takes.
I think you do as well.
I feel I have what it takes.
Some of these have got to be AI as well. There has to be.
There's no. I'm almost thinking that one might be AI.
Yeah.
Could
you know?
There's so many weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little.
You know, like if we were to take a picture of ourselves right now and our hands look like this.
Yeah,
like
it's
AI
a
does.
little
They haven't-
jam packed.
yeah, they haven't done
Just
that
like
yet.
what else can we fucking throw in this book?
They have a tendency to do that on these lesser known artists, in quotations. They have a tendency to try and tell you a little too much about what's going on. I will say that about Casey Crown. She was just right to the point. This lady is getting railed by a bunch of dudes. None of them know who's the daddy. But at the same time, they're gonna fight for that baby. Yeah,
They're all the daddy.
Yeah.
Or we're having 4 of them at one time. One of the two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got to give a little bit of shout out back for the quadruplets of the Mountain Man, which
Yeah. I'm reading that when I get home.
there
Enough said.
that is its own subgenre, the surprise quadruplets. There's a lot of military. There's a lot of cowboys, you can imagine. But the other one was billionaires. Not million,
Wow.
but straight up billionaires.
That one
Yes.
makes sense. The
Yeah, but
billionaire one does.
The billionaire one, but 4 daddies that are
Like
billionaires.
quadruplets,
No,
the
that's
billionaire
so
baby.
You're
Yeah.
not gonna find 4
No.
billionaires that all want
No.
to bang you.
Well, maybe if you're in Dubai and there was an event.
Maybe.
And I'll
Yeah,
tell you what,
we
4
don't go to
billionaires
these
are not.
conferences.
They're not all like, oh, hey, and we're gonna fight over you.
No, they're
We'll all be your
No, they have
baby's
their own
daddy.
group. They're like the Bilderbergs,
Yeah.
Yeah,
the Illuminati.
Illuminati.
you and me, that one.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was a ton of fun. I really appreciate having you back on to explore these books again.
Hey, and we made it. You messaged me. I said
Yep.
yes.
Yes.
And I showed up.
And not only that, you brought the man that is late for
the
everything
man, the
himself.
myth, the man, the myth, the legend, Chris
Don't
Dunmire.
forget.
Not punctual.
Yeah, never have
He was
been, never will
early
be.
today.
Yeah, I was late.
Shh, don't tell him.
Scott's always
Scott
late.
was late and didn't bring us any pizza.
Didn't. Never does.
Hmm.
And Chris,
Never does.
thank you for coming on as well.
Oh, thank you guys.
It's been a long time coming.
Well, the mountain man is here. Yeah.
Unlike Scott,
The mountain man
The
came
mountain
in.
Comes
man
real
is
fast.
here.
and of course, the Boutros. Thank you.
Yes, of course.
All right, next week, ladies and gentlemen, we are on to the Be Kind Rewind 1997.
Ooh.
So you got one more opportunity to shoot over to us what your favorite moments of 1997 were. Video games, movies, TV, games, whatever it is. Bombings. We still can't find any good bombings.
No,
We're
except for Batman and Robin.
Yeah. Oh.
Except for
Send that over to us, ladies and gentlemen, whatever you'd like us to talk about, and we will throw that into the mix. We'll have 2 episodes of that, and so you got an opportunity to get your best picks from 1997 over to us, and then we'll be back in a couple weeks with Scotty and the News once again, as always. Until
Scotty and the
then,
News.
thank you, Meta.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chris.
thank you.
And thank you to the Boutros.
Yeah.
And with that, we're done.
Thanks, dude.
Love y'all.
He's scouring right now looking for a bombing from
You
1997.
know what he doesn't like?
Now you got me on my look.
Feet.
You don't like feet?
No. I mean, feet are okay. They get us places. That was just one of the things we talked about the last time I was here, and the councilman thought feet were disgusting.
Well, no, the councilman gets complimented on,
On his feet, but he doesn't like.
yeah.
But you also didn't like feet, right?
I don't like
care.
I was just like, they get us wherever we like. I don't ever look at someone's feet and go, I want to lick them.
Okay, let's talk about it real quick.
Oh my
We
God.
might as well get
Here we
weird to
go.
the end of this. Feet are fucking disgusting. Callie is always trying to get me to rub her feet all the time.
Does she have gross feet?
Oh, she has the smelliest feet of all time. Just she comes home
Yeah.
and she'll walk by and I go, just go wash your feet. Go wash your feet.
That is awesome.
It is so bad. It is so bad. It is horrific.
So that
So-
is just what she has.
She just has.
Yeah.
She's got the gene that
Yeah,
makes
for stinky feet.
feet. But then we'll be watching a movie and she'll be laying on the couch and she'll start putting her
push your
foot up on me because she wants me to fit. And there's
Right,
and
no.
I'm over there,
You're like-
literally gagging. I've smelt your feet. It's horrific. She walks by. And it's like, you know, in the cartoons, they'd like leave smell behind.
Yes.
You can like see it. She'll leave and like I'll come into the room after she walked through and be like, oh, Callie walked through here.
Yeah,
With your stinky ass feet.
Callie walked through.
Your stinky ass feet.
So when I was working out at Zorba's, I'm not gonna say any names, but there's a guy out there that is in love with feet, right? So in love with feet that
Kyle Amundsen.
no, good friend, good friend of his, but so in love with feet that he'd tell me this. He's like, oh, he goes, I'd suck that girl's toes right there, and I'm like, hold up, okay. I was like, you tell me you'd go suck her toes right now? He's like, oh yeah, and he's like, and her friend next to her too. I'm like, okay, cool. So I walked up to the girls. Mind you, they were
Could you
dancing.
see their feet at that time?
Hear me out, hear me out. They were dancing on the dance floor downstairs. You know,
At Zorba.
but they took their shoes off because you can't dance in high heels, right? So barefoot.
You're out of your mind.
No. So I'm like, hey, ladies, I was like, I will buy each of you a drink. I was like, if you let my boy over there suck your big toes at the same time. I have videos, I have pictures of it all.
At the same time?
Yes,
You had
yes.
2 different feet
Yes,
in his mouth at once?
Two different big toes in the front of his mouth. And I'm just sitting there, and he loved it. Loved it. It was almost like Mountain Man Must Cometh or whatever the hell you called it.
Oh, no.
But the floor
And
of
you
Zorba's.
know this guy.
But the floor of Zorba's.
Could you imagine?
Like,
There are
talk
only-
about gross stuff. Like,
That's worse than a kitchen floor,
Just
I feel like.
girls at Zorba's feet to begin with. There's not a toe in that place because this is late. You have bouncers. This is not, these feet. Let's talk about feet for these girls did not go home and wash their feet.
No, absolutely
these
not.
feet have been traveling
All day long.
All day.
Yeah.
All day.
Yeah.
All day.
Through the sand and beach.
Through everywhere and in their shoe. Yuck.
I have never been more repulsed. And at the same time,
send you that video.
please, I'll blur it, but I would love. Because this is how we're ending the episode, by the way. I would love to include an image of two toes in somebody's mouth, but just from the top up. Talk about Batman bombing. I want a forensic view. We won't show his face, but
he'll be all fine with it. He full blood. He would say, "Show my face."
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's enough of that.
Love it.